In a quiet town where nothing ever changed, a man named Daniel walked home late from work, tired and worried about bills, when he suddenly felt the world spin around him like a slow whisper of wind. And before he could blink, he found himself standing in a dusty ancient desert far in the past, where the air smelled like old stories and forgotten time, confused and scared. He wandered until his foot hit something half buried in the sand, an old golden lamp covered in dirt and mystery. And when he picked it up and rubbed it without thinking, the earth shook, the sky flashed, and a huge ancient genie rose with a deep voice that felt like time itself, thanking Daniel for setting him free after thousands of years of silence. The genie smiled and told Daniel he would grant him 3 wishes, anything he wanted. And Daniel, driven by the life he came from, spoke fast. His first wish was to be rich in his present life so he would never worry again. His second wish was to have the most beautiful girlfriend in his present life, so he would never feel alone again. And his third wish was to have all his debt paid off so he could breathe again. And the genie nodded slowly, saying each wish would be granted, but with one last rule, one last key to seal the magic. Daniel must set him free in his present life too. Not just the past, and to do that he must go to a small town where an ancient tree stands alone, dig beneath it, pull out an old buried book, and write on its first page the words, "It's over." And only then would the 3 gifts become real forever. Before Daniel could ask a single question, the wind swirled again, and he felt himself being thrown back through time. And suddenly he was in his own life, standing in his small apartment, heart racing, confused, until the news on his phone buzzed. He had won the lottery. Not a small one, but a life-changing one. And he stared at the screen, shaking, trying to understand how a normal man like him had suddenly become rich overnight. The next day, still shocked, he walked into a coffee shop to clear his mind. And when he reached for his drink, his hand bumped into a woman's hand. A woman so beautiful he almost forgot to breathe. And she laughed gently, handing him the cup. And that simple moment sparked a connection so strong, it felt written long before they were born. Days passed and things kept falling into place like someone had arranged his whole life. His debts disappeared. Every last one of them wiped clean without warning, and every moment felt like a gift from a hidden world. And deep inside he wondered if the genie was watching. But the story twisted when Daniel remembered the rule. The final step, the ancient tree, the buried book, the words he needed to write. And one night he drove out of town, following old maps and strange clues, until he reached the lonely tree standing under the moonlight. And when he dug into the dirt, he actually found the book, old and cold, waiting for him. But just as he opened it and lifted his pen to write "It's over," everything shook again. The ground, the sky, his own heartbeat, and suddenly Daniel shot awake, gasping in his bed, his alarm screaming, his room dark. And he realized it was all just a dream. No genie, no wishes, no lottery, no girl, no book. And as he jumped out of bed late for work, he whispered to himself, wishing the dream had been real.